Hello and welcome to Game On. And wow. Hold on a second. Hello. Oh, this is Crystal Palace. I need a goal. Send me Nketiah. Wow, what an incredible last couple of hours. Eddie Nketiah is now a Crystal Palace player, and Crystal Palace has always had ties with Arsenal. We've had a number of dealings, going the other way, and obviously probably the most famous one is Ian Wright, coming from Crystal Palace to Arsenal. And I think if you've ever watched this channel, you know how much I like Eddie Nketiah. I think that he's a good player. I think he would do well in Crystal Palace. I think um, he's got the number 9 shirt there. I think he's gonna score goals. I think he's a good finisher. He's a good finisher. Probably one of the better finishers in Arsenal, especially when it comes to the box. Just doesn't get into the box enough in Arsenal, but I think in a place like Crystal Palace, he will get into the box a lot. He will get into the box a lot, and education in Arsenal will do him very well. So pleased for him, to finally go and be the guy, right? In Arsenal, I don't think he ever felt like he was the guy. Even when he came in for Gabriel Jesus and was scoring the goals, he just didn't feel like he was the guy because he knew as soon as Gabriel Jesus was fit, he was sitting on the bench. And as a player, you want to be able to go in and be confident that every time you've done something is good enough to get you into the next team. um, and I know it's all about okay, how have you done for me lately. I felt like this is going to be a great situation for him, so congratulations, Eddie Nketiah. And I wish you all the best. Would always continue to support you even though you're not an Arsenal player. um, but let's talk about the big one for Arsenal, Raheem Sterling, coming into Arsenal, via QPR, via Liverpool, via Man City, via Chelsea, and then to Arsenal. Something about that, Chelsea and Manchester City, that always attracts Arsenal. And this one is a big one. Um, do I like the transfer? I think last season, there were a lot of rumors about potentially Raheem Sterling coming into Arsenal, and there were talks about it. Okay, you do want to pay 40, 50 million, for Raheem Sterling at the time, and I think I was very mixed in my feelings, with him. I wasn't quite sure, if I wanted to give up the development of Gabriel Martinelli, who was really coming on strong. I felt like Raheem Sterling coming to Arsenal would actually, halt that progress. And then you fast forward a couple of months down the line, and the context is very different. Raheem Sterling leaves Chelsea, not being wanted. I think that does a lot for a player. I think that lights a different kind of fire. He's still 29, and there are players that really came into their own in their later stages. Now, Ryan Sterling has played over 500 games in the Premier League. That is absolutely ridiculous. So I look at that as a squad player for Arsenal. I don't think that if you announce the 11 players, he gets on the pitch. However, I think this is what Arsenal fans have been crying out for. If you've watched Arsenal for the last couple of years, we know what always happens with Bukayo Saka. I think he's always, played for Arsenal, and they gets to that point where you just can see that he cannot just get over the line. Not that he's, when I say that, not like in a bad way, but he gets kicked a lot. In a 38 game season, where he doesn't get any protection from the referees, you kind of need someone else to come in and take a bit of that burden. And I think that, 15 minutes in a game, 20 minutes in a game, Raheem Sterling is fully capable of making an impact. Whether it's on the left, whether it's on the right, I think that left, hand side of the pitch is probably a Martinelli Trossard battle, and I would love to see that battle. I want that battle to continue. I think on the right hand side, you've got to have Saka. Reece Nelson was the pawn. He's gone out on loan. So Raheem Sterling is a great addition. What does that do to Arsenal's chances? I think it helps. If you look at the format of the new Champions League, there are so many games, and these games now all have something riding on it. So I think Raheem Sterling will help Arsenal. I fully expect him to be registered for the Champions League games. I fully expect him to come into Arsenal, be a strong, squad for the cup games. I think Mikel would trust him, which is a very big thing for Mikel. I think Mikel operates a system where if he trusts you, he will play you. And, I don't care what the talent is. I think Mikel operates on that. If he doesn't trust the player for whatever reason, just look at what has happened to Aaron Ramsdale. Just went from, being trusted to not being trusted. And, Mikel has shown that he can be that ruthless. So if you look at the squad now, you think of players, Vieira is gone. I don't think he will ever really play for Arsenal. Again, I think this is the beginning of, his exit in Arsenal. You look at, in that midfield, and you're kind of thinking, who can come in and do a job, so, hey, this is great signing. Let me know what you think, right, for Arsenal. What do you think about the signing? Do you think Raheem, changes the landscape? Does that mean that, Man City will start to, worry a little bit that this might be a difficult, and we go to play Man City, in the next couple of weeks. So, how would it be for Raheem Sterling to stick one in the back of the net? Well, this has been Game On Reactions, and thank you for all our new subscribers. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.